Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by the garden today. I just want to go over this quick video on my tomato plants because those two tomatoes in the back against that dirty fence there are not making it too well. The right one is a beefsteak tomato, the left one is a cherry tomato. And you can see just how bad they look. She started to wilt. Her branches started to get that wiltingness to her, and I didn't prune her right for one. You can see she has a lot of main stalks. Now, tomato plants really like to grow with just one main stalk. Well, I let a couple of the sucker branches grow, which sucker branches on tomatoes will turn into main stalks like these, which will grow produce, which you can see I still have produce on here. But she's struggling so bad. I mean, I really was embarrassed to show you guys this, but you know, gardening has good and bad with it, and I want to show you guys I'm not perfect. Nobody is. You still lose plants if it's too hot, and that's the reason why this is happening. One of the reasons. You can see how dirty this fence is. That's another reason. Well, look what this fence is like on this side. You can see there's no dirt on that fence. Why am I getting that? Why is it getting so diseased and stuff over here? Well, we're going to show you. We're going to go up. So we're going to take a look up. Well, what's up above? This huge oak tree which carries a bunch of diseases and pests in it. So we planted these right on the bottom of them, and I kind of knew that this area was going to be a little testy for me. I didn't know if it was going to work out. You can see they're getting quite a bit of sun, the one on the right, but that one on the left is in the shade, and that's another problem. They're just getting too much shade. They need a lot of sun, full 8 hours of sun tomatoes. So what I did, you know, I'm going to let this produce rock out. I'm going to let my tomatoes rock out, see what we can get on her as far as the cherry tomatoes, but she's done. She's going to be taken down. I'm not even going to waste the room on her because we're starting new ones. Now you can see how those sucker branches turn into main stems, and that's why that happened to her. So I'm going to cut these main stalks off of my beefsteak. This way I can let her branch out up top. That's a nice ripe tomato we have. We have more on her that are starting to produce. You can see we have a lot more in the back there, and it's just so dirty over here from this tree. It's causing a lot of problems. So I think the beefsteak's gonna make it just because she is a real hardy tomato. Once we get at that point, we need different nutrients. So what I'm gonna do for you guys is we're gonna do a little step series on tomato plants. We're gonna grow this tomato right here. This is a cherry tomato. It's a new one I just started, and you can see how well she's growing in this bucket. We're going to grow it in a bucket here in Florida. We're in Central Florida, Zone 9B. We're in the beginning of April, well, the mid-April now. I think it's like the 10th today. And we started this a few weeks ago, so she's growing. We transplanted, I think I started this straight in the bucket, guys. I didn't think I transplanted this. I think I sowed it straight in the bucket, which we have seeds starting to sprout over there. I'll show you from the beginning of the germination stage to now. Okay, so I started some more tomatoes. These are my cherry tomatoes, which I love. They're large red cherry tomatoes. And I sowed two in here, which I plucked one out. There's the stem from it. I just cut that out. I don't want to really pluck it too much because you can disturb the root system. You can see that's where it started, so we're going to take that guy out of there, leave the one in, and he's going to grow to that beautiful plant we have, that beautiful starter plant. And that's directly sowed without pre-soaking it. I usually love to pre-soak my seeds in a paper towel method. I have germination videos on that, which I will put in a playlist for you guys. I'm going to make like a germination planting type video just on easy germination methods that I use to sprout my seeds a little quicker. And we'll go back over to that little seedling. Alright, you guys, so since we're going to do a little step series, basically this tomato will take a few weeks to get to this point, like to a month. It depends. That's why you want to start your seeds. You know, anything you're growing, like out there, you can see I have sunflowers and stuff starting, my berries, my snapdragons. You always want to start your seeds 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost date. We're in Florida here, so we're in growing season. This is active growing season for us, and we've been in it. So you want to start training your tomato up the cage at this point. We have a few sets of leaves, so every leaf point is a set. This is a set, this is a set, this is a set. So each node, each node is a set. And what you want to do is look how it's growing. So we have two sucker branches, right? Let me get that guy out of here. So we have our main stem, and then we have sucker branches growing, which grow out of the armpits of the branch. These are sucker branches, and you want to prune some of those. You're not going to be pruning all of them. You want to leave the ones kind of towards the top. You just want to basically prune the bottom, because what that's going to do, which you can see I took off already. I actually took off 2 sucker branches that were growing on the bottom. I took off this one leaf. I'm going to take off this one leaf because I like to prune the bottom of my tomato. I'm going to fill it up with a little compost. Now I leave that room in my containers. This way, as she's growing and getting big, I can top off with fresh potting soil, fresh compost. We don't need to prune any more sucker branches, so I only prune like the bottom set first, see how she's going to grow, see how those are going to branch out, and she's going to be nice and beefy for me. You can see how stalky her stem is, and that is so important. We're not feeding with anything. I just kind of gave her, since she's been growing, I gave her her first set of nutrients with my Dynagrow nutrients, the grow system, at 1/4 teaspoon per gallon of water. And then I just sprayed her foliage with the neem oil. I'm making sure that she's going to stay bug pest free, which she is. I'm giving her an afternoon break from that sun because we just have beating sun here in Florida. And that's all I'm doing at this point. I'm going to let her grow. In 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to top off with some fresh compost, which will come back and show you. And I'm going to do a little step-by-step series for you guys. This way you can see exactly how I train her, how I prune her, exactly what we're doing throughout her growing cycle. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate you stopping by, looking at my tomato plants. We're going to grow a few more here to come, so stay tuned. Please remember to hit that like button if you really enjoyed this video, and come back to see us again. Thank you so much for stopping by the garden, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.